lo and behold, we got Solomon calling out Mike Israel, and now, if you guys haven't seen it recently, Jeff Nippard.
There was a firefight!
And these two are supposed to be like these giant science-based lifters. And to be honest with you, I've always taken every single supposed popular science-based lifter with a grain of salt. All right? Because if they say self-proclaim that, if they even call themselves a doctor, I'm telling you guys, and I've learned this over many, many, many years, sometimes the experts get it wrong. Now, they don't want to admit that they get it wrong because they've proclaimed themselves as the expert in the public eye. So, getting something wrong or admitting that they're getting something wrong ultimately puts a dent in their image or in their career, because they've proclaimed and they've walked around with this image of themselves that they can say no wrong because they are a so-called expert. And you can't be doing that, especially within the fitness industry. In fitness, it's not a one size fits all. Not always, at least. What is true, and this is when people have to use their common sense and critical thinking skills, what is true is nature's law and biology's law, right? When it comes, because there's been so much information and misinformation on fat loss itself, just fat loss, not even touching strength training, but just fat loss. There's been so much information and misinformation on the best way to burn fat, ways to go about it, hacks that you can do, techniques and X, Y, and Z and magic potions and all this other stuff that's out there, that people are so confused that when they can't reduce weight, they think something's wrong with them. When in reality, nothing's wrong with them. They just haven't built up enough discipline and patience to be in a calorie restrictive diet, to track their calorie intake to make sure that they are in a deficit enough to see 0.5 pound to about 2 pounds per week loss from reducing their calories. Now, when you couple that with training, strength training, and specifically lifting weights, it's not so much that the weight loss slows down. It's more so that your fat distribution and your muscle distribution, both are in effect. Therefore, you may not see a big weight loss reduction, but you will see a big, significant difference in your body, in your muscle tone, and your body shape. Because as you're reducing fat, you are gaining new muscle tissue. Science-based lifters out there, to me, has always sounded like a lot of grifters. And it's always the popular ones, if you guys haven't noticed. Always the one with the biggest following. There's always something that there's always a red flag with them. And people don't scour the internet for truth, for actual, true, tried and true tested research or knowledge from actual science-based people. But guess what? They don't look like this fitness guru who's muscled up to their necks because they're not taking any sort of steroids or hormone. And Jeff may be all natural. We still don't know. We don't know. We can't. I take it with a grain of salt. The guy could be as natural as can be. Or there may be something in there he might be taking that we just don't know about. You never know. So this has shown us, a lot of people, especially in the fitness industry, you can't believe everything that someone says just by the way they look, right? By the amount of followers that they have, or by how good their content looks, like so professional, clean, entertaining content. We can't believe everything that they say, because not everything they say is true. Sometimes they get it wrong, and it's up to their responsibility to admit when they get something wrong and correct it, so that they don't continue on giving out misinformation to the general public. Because remember, us, the public, are the ones that are consuming this content. And if we're taking up their word and we are getting the short end of the stick here by not getting the results we asked for, regressing, or even getting hurt or injured, it's up to their responsibility to correct that course, especially if they are appealing to the general public. Because at the end of the day, we're all just getting scammed if we continue to believe their word, and what they say was either wrong this entire time, it's hurt a lot of people, it's prevented a lot of people from actually getting any results, and it's misinformed a lot of people by a lot. And this is how misinformation continues to get spread, and we have to dilute that. So there's real, true, science-backed research out there on how to properly strength train. And it's been around for the past 50 years. People can't ignore it. It's been there. There's always someone trying to reinvent the wheel with fitness. Fitness is simple. The process may be complicated or hard because it's a mindset. When someone starts a fitness journey, they also have to work on their mindset. They have to be patient and work on the mindset and be consistent. It's really what it takes to achieve and get the results that you need. But the gloves are off, and now we have Solomon. Look him up, Solomon Nelson, I think is his last name, or look up Lyle McDonald. Lyle has been criticizing Mike for a long time. Both of these guys don't have a huge popular following, but what they say, according to the research and science that they've found and that they've either conducted or examined or tested, makes more sense when it comes to strength training and fat loss. And be careful out there, guys, because we are in this information war right now, not just with what's going on in fitness, but also what's going on in the world with the propaganda out there in the US, and what we're being fed through all these social media apps and the information that's out there. Just got to be real careful, practice proper discernment, use your common sense skills, use your critical thinking skills. Don't just take everyone, not even your favorite influencer, don't take them for their word completely. Take it with a grain of salt. If it agrees with your bias, be careful. Examine that. Assess that first. Does it confirm? Is it true? And also, humble yourself if you were wrong to believe a person, and then you were wrong to promote or practice that information, theme, concept, idea, whatever. And understand that it's okay. You came in with a good intention. You were fooled. You tried your best to see if this was correct or not. But if it didn't happen to be correct, start from square one and build ourselves back up and regain information and test it out again and try again. So continue to look for the right information. Continue to test out information. Do your due diligence, to do your research, to confirm whatever it is that you're looking to confirm and to gain out of, especially in the fitness industry, guys. So careful out there. Let's see how this continues to unfold with this new information that we just got with Mike's fake, or not fake, but horrible rough draft, and now Nippard's about to get cooked by Solomon. All right, well, let's see how this goes.